What's up, vinyl community? Welcome back. This is Hub Tunes. I am Mike. New vinyl finds for June 2025. Summer has hit here in Chicago, and it is hot. It went from, I'm telling you, it happens every year. It goes 50 degrees one day, and then it's 95 the next day. So, but I love it. I love the summer weather. I love everything about it. So, Chicago in the summertime is absolutely beautiful. So we got a couple of things. I got 6 records. I only bought 6 records in June. My record purchasing is becoming more precise. Like I'm finding that, first of all, I haven't been in a record store in a month at least. I've never been a big crate digger. I'm not one to go through dirty, dusty records and look for gems. Especially, I mean, I used to be when I was younger, but now with this huge collection, I'm really kind of targeting different things that I want and just go for those. So my days of crate digging are pretty much over. And they have been for a while. Even when I go to record stores, it's usually because I have something I want. And I usually just go in, grab 2 things, and leave. So buying random things that I haven't heard, those days are over. First of all, way too much money. Second of all, way too many records to be doing that shit. So everything really now is just something that I've targeted that I definitely want. I've listened to on Spotify, 2 or 3 times. And so that's kind of where I'm at as far as June 2025 goes. Could change tomorrow. So we got a couple of jazz records. I have 1 used record. I don't buy a lot of used records, but I bought this. And 1 jazz record, some great electronic music, and then 2 vintage artists are back with very, very good records. So we're going to go through that. But first of all, I want to thank Adam from the band The Freight. I'm sure a lot of you have seen Adam. He has been making the rounds on the YouTube vinyl community. He has put out some promo copies to a bunch of us in the vinyl community. I very much appreciate it. He looked me up. He apparently watches. Hi, Adam. And he sent me a promo copy of their first full-length album, The Freight. And it's called Tales of Maybe. Okay, I'm going to give this a quick review. There's a lot of channels out there. Adam is a really nice guy. He seems like a good dude. I haven't watched any of their reviews. I watched 1 live stream that he was on. But as far as like watching a lot of reviews, I know Melinda Murphy did one, a couple other people. I think Steve Carlson might have done one. A couple of people did. I didn't watch their reviews. I wanted to check out the record for myself. I've had this about a month now, and it just came out on streaming, so you can stream the whole thing before purchasing it. I have one thing to say first is these guys did it right. First of all, marketing money is, people don't have marketing money anymore. You got to do the legwork and you got to do the live shows and everything. And I think Adam and the guys are doing it right. The vinyl community, I'm not saying my channel, but big channels, like Melinda Murphy and Concert Buddy, you guys have really promoted this great, and they're gonna sell some records, and you gotta do the grunt work, you gotta get out and do the legwork and promote these days, and that's one of the things I've been very impressed that they are doing. The second thing is Lacquers Cut from Tape by Ryan K. Smith at Sterling Sound. Source, 2448 tape to console to lathe. Pressed at Fidelity Record Pressing in Oxnard, that is Mobile Fidelity's record pressing plant. This thing sounds incredible. They went the extra mile. Adam is a big vinyl proponent. This thing sounds great. They did it completely. First of all, the hype sticker. I mean, that's what we want. That's exactly what we want. We want the source. We want who cut the lacquers, where it was done, where it was pressed. 500 copies. man, I just hats off to you guys for really taking the time and just doing it right. Um, it's hard for an independent band to do that. These guys are out of Boston. I was born and lived in Boston till I was 14. So kind of caught my eye when I saw Boston on there. But yeah. So now down to the music. This is the back cover. I haven't taken it out of the shrink yet. It opens with a song called. First of all, I'll give the band names. Adam Tiro, guitar, lead vocals. Steven Anderson, bass. Greg, oh man, I shouldn't have even started with people's names. Greg Tregalis on keys and backing vocals, and Mark Loverin on drums and percussion. Most of the songs were written by Adam himself. I believe Steven Anderson also is involved in some of the writing. I could be wrong. I thought I saw him say that in the interviews. But anyway, this is how do you describe it? It's kind of just. I mean, we just called it rock and roll back in the day. I don't know that there's a subgenre for it. It's just rock and roll. It's got a little bit of southern rock sound, a little bit of that southern rock Allman Brothers sound, but definitely out of Boston. The first song opens up with a song, probably one of my favorite songs on the record, "Opportunity," is a killer freaking song. It rocks. And I was blown away by it, when I put it on. It sounds incredible too on vinyl. I'm not an audiophile. I have plenty of shitty sounding records. I'm deaf in one ear, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But man, it sounds incredible. And then it slows down on song 2 with a song called "Good Kind of Crazy," and when I first listened to this, I was so upbeat about the first song, and then the second song comes on, and it's a really a good R&B soul song, but it slows down, and at first I was like, oh, that's weird that it went like that. Well, you know why it does that? Because this band has a ton of R&B soul songs. The whole record is filled with them. So I made a judgment right away, and now that I've heard the record all the way through like 10 times, it fits perfectly right there. It makes sense why it's the second song on the record. The song "Home" is great. The whole first side I really love. I love the song "Somebody." And then the side 2 opens with "Long Road Home." A really good song. Freaking great. The single is this time is also another really nice soulful song. Tales of Maybe, I believe, is the single and the title track. Excellent song. And it closes out with a song called "Gonna Choose Love." It's not a long record because, honestly, nowadays I think most records are way too long. It's a single disc. This thing clocks in at I thought I read it was like 35 minutes. I think one of the times I played it on Spotify. So yeah, I mean, guys, this is a hell of a debut. I'm very, very impressed. Definitely check it out if you like southern rock, classic rock. These guys are great. Adam's voice is really good too. Really, really well done. Like I said, blown away by the fact that you guys, sterling sound, Ryan K. Smith, and of course having the sources on here, the SPARS code. Great way to do it, and that's what we look for. I know in the vinyl community, most people do. Having a SPARS code on there, that's just awesome. So anyway, I'm rambling. The Freight, check them out, stream it, go to the website. I don't know, 500 copies. They might be selling out. I would guess they're probably pretty close to selling out that 500. Could be wrong. I don't know. But, man, a fun record. Really good stuff. They also Adam sent me a couple of little doodads here. Oh, this one's cool. And a guitar pick. And the koozie. Freight koozie. This is going in my camping gear. I will be definitely camping with this. www.thefreightband.com. So check them out. I would love to see these guys live. I bet these guys rock live. I bet they extend these songs. I just think live they're going to be really, really good. So coming to Chicago, guys, let me know. I will definitely be there. Let's move on. This is a used record. I actually picked this up. I don't even know. Where was I? I wasn't a record store. I don't remember where I got this. But I heard this. Somebody played this on Instagram. And I picked it up. This is the quadrophonic version. I don't have a quad system, but it sounds really nice. And the artwork is terrific. This is kind of like Brazilian rock, a little jazz rock. There's some, Latin vocals, Spanish vocals. This is Azteca. Really cool record. This came out in 1972. And I'm telling you, the first song, holy crap, has some screeching guitar work. The first song just blew me away. I think that's kind of why I just picked it up. It was not expensive. I think it was like $6. But Azteca, really, really good. If you like Latin jazz rock, this is awesome, man. It sounds a lot like Santana, to be honest. But really, really good, kick-ass artwork. Look at that, man. That's cool. This is a record. This is a jazz record that I believe Felipe from the Jazz Bum showed, and he said don't sleep on it. So I didn't. I streamed it a couple of times, and then I found a really cheap copy of it, so I just picked it up. Is it one that I absolutely had to have? Probably not. But I grabbed it anyway. It's called, the band is called Web, Plexus. They are from Munich, Germany. They are a jazz group. They have a lot of 5 members, but there's keyboards, bass, drums, percussion, flute, sax, bass, more keyboards. And then there's a couple other people who sit in with them. They got like 5 other people who sit in with them. But this really kind of has, the thing I didn't like about it really is it's kind of got a comp feel. Like the songs are all very different. It's not real cohesive. Like it sounds like it's almost a different band on a bunch of the songs. It sounds like a different band. And it took me a little bit to get used to. The songs are short. 3 minutes. There's one that's just a minute and a half, 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting record. I'm enjoying it the more I listen to it. Is it something I might actually? I probably didn't need this, but check it out. It's available streaming. If you're a jazz fan and modern jazz, check it out. It's pretty cool. This is Web Plexus. So interesting, very interesting. This, I had no idea this was coming out, but Dom from Seeking a Thread talked about this because he is a big fan, and I am a big fan of both of these artists, and when they make a record together, I'm all over it. This is Natural Information Society and the Bitchin' Bajas. This is their new album, Totality. Look at this artwork. It is textured. It is textured on the front side. It is just plain on the back side. If you don't know these bands, Joshua Abrams is kind of the leader of Natural Information Society. I have a bunch of their records. I really dig them. They're very organic. Their music sounds like it comes from the earth, if that's possible. It's just, I love their music. He's kind of the ringleader of the whole thing. Lisa Alvarado and him are kind of the 2 main key components. I did get to see them live once. The set was way too short. It was like a half an hour. They did 1 song. It was way too short. I would die to see them again. But then you get the Bitchin' Bajas. They are an electronic band. I also saw them live once. Very interesting stuff. I would never have dreamed in a million years if you told a 25-year-old me that I would be listening to electronic music like the Bitchin' Bajas. I would have laughed you off the face of the earth because I was so anti-electronic music. I did not get it. I did not like it. I want instruments. I want this. I want that. I want live bands. Man, they're cool. They're really cool. Yeah, they got some great stuff. And this is, I want to say, their second or third album that they made together. So it's excellent. It's just a perfect combination of the two vibes. You get the earthiness of the Natural Information Society, but then you also got Bitchin' Bajas. I really like the songs where Natural Information Society is more in the forefront and Bitchin' Bajas are kind of more in the back. It kind of they alternate. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs, 4 songs, and it's really, really interesting. It is on black vinyl. It's nothing special. Their previous records are all double records. They're much more expansive. This is a kind of a short listen, which isn't bad. It's not a horrible thing. But yeah, I'm loving this. This is going to be in my really high up in my. I'm going to probably categorize this in my jazz records at the end, top 25 jazz records of the year. So this is really interesting. If you like electronic music, check this out. Really digging that. Thank you, Dom, for doing a great video on that. And he's a big fan of both bands, as I am. And yeah, you can check out his channel, Seeking a Thread. Just look up a Natural Information Society videos. It's very recent that he did it. So yeah, cool stuff. This I just picked up. I think I just clicked on something. This is how I find music. I clicked on something on Instagram or Facebook, and this came up, and man, it is fun. It is a really fun record. I ordered it through the Numero Group. This is the Numero Group, and this is called W3NG. This came out last year, 2024. That's Chicago there, and it is a comp. I don't buy a lot of comps, but man, when a comp is like this, man, I don't buy best ofs or greatest hits. I don't buy like career. Well, sometimes, but this thing works, man. I am digging this comp. So what this is basically local playlists. People who are on local playlists from Chicago, LA, and London, I believe, and it's R&B, it's soul, but it's also yacht rock. There's so much yacht rock on here, but it's not by people you would know. It's all like local people who released a single, maybe didn't even release an album. And I'll name a couple of the people. Percy Mays, a band called Liberation, the Steel City Band, Dave Phelan, Craig Dove, Rob Galbraith, a band called Female Species, Max Leak, the Jerry Bush Group. These are people nobody's ever heard of, but holy crap, this thing is a blast. It is a throwback to late 70s, MOR, soul, a little, R&B. It's got a little disco on a couple of the songs. It is so much fun, and you can stream it. I streamed it 10 times before I even pulled the trigger and purchased it. It was very cheap. Like I said, the Numero Group put this out. They do great stuff. I have a bunch of their comps, and this is a fun party record. You just put this on. People are gonna think it's freaking Diana Ross or something, from the 70s, or Bread. I mean, some of these songs are just absolutely fantastic, and people never got the credit. So this is from the Numero Group. It is called W3NG. I don't get it, but yeah, and a great illustration of Chicago. Really cool. I highly recommend it. Just when you go into your whatever you're listening to, just go into Numero Group, and I think it'll pop right up. That's how I found it. This one is this is from a lady that I saw a couple of months ago, and I bought, when she came around back in the 80s, late 80s, 90s. I bought probably her first 3 or 4 records, and then she kind of tailed off, and I did too, and her kind of style went kind of off. She wasn't as popular, and I wasn't as interested. Maybe it was me, maybe it was her. I don't know. Probably me. But I got free tickets to see her a couple of months ago, and was absolutely blown away. And this is Suzanne Vega's new album, Flying with Angels. She played a bunch for a great photo on the cover there. I saw her a couple of months ago. She played a bunch of songs from this, and I really enjoyed the new songs at the show. I was like, wow, these are great. She was wonderful live. She told stories. She was funny as hell. She had the whole crowd cracking up. Who knew Suzanne Vega was funny? You can actually see in my playlists. You can go to concert reviews and check that video out. Really great show. So I was thrilled with the new songs. So this just came out maybe last month, and I picked it up, and I really, really enjoy it. Great photos. I mean, the photography on here is wonderful. Really good. It's got one problem. It's got an absolutely horrible song on it, and it can't be. It can't. Luckily, it's the last song on the first side, so you can just play and then pick it up and leave. But it's smack dab in the middle of the record, and it's an absolutely dog of a song. I can't stand it. But it opens with a song called Speaker's Corner, which is great. Flying with Angels. The song Witch is awesome, and she played that when I saw her. Then the song Chambermaid is basically Bob Dylan's I Want You, which is, I get it. She does it well, but the whole time she's singing it, I'm singing I Want You. It's kind of, and then the song Love Thief, which is awful. It's an absolutely awful song. I'm sorry, Susanna. I know you're not watching this, because why would you? It's terrible. It's an absolutely dog of a song. It just doesn't fit the style of it. It's just terrible. I don't know how it got on the record. I really don't. Then side B opens up with a song called Lucinda, which is dedicated to Lucinda Williams, I'm guessing. Pretty cool song. Last Train from Maripol might be my favorite song on the record. I really, really love that song. Alley is a good song. And then Rats. Rats, it's just a song about rats in New York City. She still lives in New York. She played that live. And then it closes with a song called Galway, which is good. Nothing to write home about. But it's a solid record by Suzanne Vega at this point. And I'm really enjoying it. So check it out. Stream it before you buy it. And then this came out. I'm a huge fan of this band, and I'm so happy with this record. This might be, right now, this might be my favorite record of the year. It's definitely in my top 2 or 3. And I'm a huge fan of this band, and I always have been. She's a freaking badass, and he's an amazing producer, and this is Garbage. This is their new album. Let All That We Imagine Be the Light. This is Garbage. Their return. They've been making records. I don't think they've made a bad record, but man, this one's great. First of all, cool artwork. Great photos of the band inside. Really great. Look at it. Shirley. And then you got Butch there on the drums. So this is this is a kick-ass album. We went camping a couple weeks ago, and we listened to this on repeat. It was nonstop. I got the pink. It's great. It's political. It's personal. It's angry. She's an angry woman on this, but she's telling you like it is. But that's the way she is. If you follow her on Instagram, you know Shirley Manson don't take shit. Yeah, the song, it opens with "There's no future in optimism," which is a great title. And then the song "Chinese Fire Horse," which I was told is about. I'm not sure if that story's true, so I'm not going to tell it. I know she had an issue with the British press. They announced her comeback, and it said, "90s rock star is back and barely recognizable." And her response was, "Fuck you. I joined this band when I was 18. I'm now 60. If you think I'm going to be recognizable, you're fucked." And she's got a mouth on her, too. And if you don't like swearing, motherfucker is prominently said on this record. So if you have a thing about swearing, you might not like some of these songs. Chinese Fire Horse, I can tell you. Hold is a song I wasn't real crazy about when I first listened to it, but I'm enjoying it now, and it just flows right with the record. Have We Met? Great freaking song. One of my favorite Garbage songs. I absolutely love that song. It is a killer song. The song Radical, she's politics. That's Shirley Manson, and she it's all out. She puts it all out on this record. So if you're one of those people that doesn't think politics belongs in music, don't buy this record. Love to Give is a great song. Great song. It sounds like a classic Garbage song. It could be on 2.0 or Beautiful Garbage. Get Out of My Face is my favorites. Well, it might be my favorite song on here. It's just great, man. It's just got that classic Garbage punch. The whole record just kind of punches you in the face. It's really, really good. Are You Happy Now is a good song. I enjoy that. But then this last song, man, I hope everyone sticks with this record till the end. Because I have a friend. I was like, yeah, but you know what the best song on there is The Day That I Met God. And he was like, really? Wait, what song is it? The last song on the record is your favorite song? I'm like, yeah. And like a week later, he came back to me and he's like, holy crap, that is by far the best song on the record. And I was like, yeah, it is. And her voice sounds incredible. And I know, in the studio, they touch up people's voices, but she sounds absolutely beautiful. And it's just the lyrics. The lyrics are just, I'm not a religious person at all. I'm very spiritual, but not religious. And The Day That I Met God, probably my favorite song on this record, and might be one of my favorite Garbage songs of all time. This record kicks ass. Shirley Manson sounds absolutely incredible. The production by drummer Butch Vig. Obviously Butch Vig is one of the great producers of all time. The production is spot on, spectacular. I did see a review. Someone did a review saying, oh, it's just more of the same. Well, this band has their own sound. Garbage is a band that nobody else sounds like this. They created a sound in mostly in the studio with Butch Vig. They created their own sound. So, of course, it's going to be more of the same because it's their sound. They're not going to come out and sound like the freaking Rolling Stones. They're going to sound like Garbage. So yeah, no, they're absolutely incredible. One of my favorite bands of all time. I don't like a lot of 90s music, but this band has always stuck with me, and this album is kick ass, you guys. Kick ass. So run out and buy it. Absolutely. Go see them live. They're touring now. I forget who they're touring with. They got somebody good opening for them. I forget who it was. They're going to be in Chicago in a few months. I don't know if I'm going, but yeah, I might just go because I love the record. So that's it for June. Vinyl Finds, The Freight, run on out. Stream that, man. Stream it. I think people will like it. Like I said, if you like classic rock, I think it's called rock and roll, people. It's just called rock and roll. I'm tired of subgenres. So go out and listen to some rock and roll music, would you? I'll talk to you very, very soon. We got a bunch of shit coming up. More roomy tunes. Got some good ones. Bye.